Hey everybody, how you doing? Sorry, was that too loud? Hello everyone. It's been a long time. I thought I would try to stream today, doing Dev Stream 20. In the process of working on ATF8 and a bunch of other things, I think streaming as a priority kind of fell off. But I think I want to try to start it up again just so y'all can see what's going on in the game. Give me some feedback as I'm working on it. So I guess we'll go ahead and jump right in. Hello everyone, it's me. So, what I'm working on today is I'm trying to get the framework for the medium box, the Christmas box, functional. And in order to do that, I gotta get the tool bench functional. So, I did actually get it pretty close to being fully functional before release, but I ended up disabling it because I was worried that it would be one extra point for bugs, and I already had enough to deal with the rig system, so I just decided to turn the tool bench off. But now that we're diving back into it, I think I see some ways that I can improve on it. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're just gonna go step by step. That's normally how coding goes, just going step by step, pretending I'm a player, and trying to get the best experience out of it. So we already got a bug. The camera is messed up. So I'm gonna come over here and oh, Christ. So what's happening here is the camera needs to be changed when you go into customizing. So I need to make sure that that's fully functional. So wherever it says tool bench, we can get rid of that. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to get rid of the tool bench, the physical bench itself. And the podium that your character stands on is going to become the tool bench. Okay, so we got character menu, that's all functional. And let's see, tool bench, okay, cool. So that pops up. So yeah, what I'm gonna do now is, the plan from here is the character is actually gonna, your character's here and it's gonna go underneath of the customization box, and then the tool that you want is going to pop up here. So we're going to get rid entirely of the actual physical tool bench over there. And you can kind of see I was messing around with it. I actually remodeled it. The podium is made to look like a CPU, and the tool bench is made to look like a GPU. But as I said, I think we're going to do away with the GPU over there. So let's go ahead and make our modifications. Need to take a sip of my coconut water. We're sponsored today by Vita Coco, so we're not actually. I wish we were. That would be cool. Everybody send Vita Coco an email telling them to sponsor Chad the Creator on YouTube. I'm sure they'll do it. Argoniano, I hope that's how you say your name, is asking, how much time did it take to make the rig system? Ooh, so I started working on the code for ATF8 probably in May, and release was around December, but I would say the rig system itself didn't reach maturity or stability, I guess, until a month after that, so that's probably about 7 months. It's a lot of code, and it's still not done. It's going to be getting some more updates. Oh, hey, Carl, thanks for the $5 Vita Coco sponsorship payment. Yes. Thank you. Okay, so where are we? We're trying to... Okay, so the first problem is our frame that we have. To move the camera around. Where's that view frame? Nope. Customize body frame. No. Which one of these is it? Customize frame. Character frame. No. Character display frame. Yep, that's what it is. Character display frame, okay. So what I'm gonna do is say, when you go into customization, it's gonna be visible the entire time. So we're just gonna bring this here and say that's visible. Yep. And then we're gonna make this one invisible when you come back out of it. So now what should happen theoretically is the whole time you're in the customization menu, you should be able to move your camera around. Okay, maybe not. Well, that's confusing. What's going on there? It's not working as intended. Character display frame, is this visible? It is visible. Ooh! Didn't mean to drag myself. Wait, so if this is visible, why is it not working? Character display frame. Okay. So let's figure out why that's not working. character frame, customize character menu. Okay, so here we go. Character camera frame. What is that? Character camera frame. Character display frame. Character camera frame. Oh. Oh. Okay, I see. All right. So, in that case, can I get rid of this? What is this doing? Character display frame. So let's undo all that garbage I just did. Because I don't remember what that frame does. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is get rid of both of these. And while you're in, here, I'm gonna make that visible, and then we're gonna make this invisible. Okay, there we go. So now the whole time you're in the menu, you've got the ability to look around. So while you're in data, while you're in the shop, although the shop doesn't work yet, tool bench is just going to be here. And of course you got your character menu. So I think what I may end up doing while I'm messing around with the customization menu here is actually split this into 3 separate buttons over here. Because having character, if you want to apply anything like a tool, you gotta click, first you gotta click character and then up twice. And I feel like that's kind of annoying. So what we're gonna do here is actually split these up into 3 separate ones. I'm not sure what we would name them though, because this first panel here has name, bio, as well as clothes. And then this one has morphs and all your body details. And then the last one is the rig system. So I guess this would be rigs and tools. Character body and character details. I guess that works. Body details, character details, and then rigs and tools. Sure. That'll work. Oh hey, Sia Terror donated 10 HK? Is that a Kronar? I can't remember what that is. Thank you for donating though, much appreciated. do 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 do. Okay, so let's go ahead and split this into 3 because, as I said, I'm a little unhappy with how that's. Ooh, but then that means I have to add way more code to make it cycle out these extra frames here. Okay. Whatever. Let's begin. So this is going to be character. Character and clothing. Character and clothing. Okay, so then we're gonna make another one. This one's gonna be called morphs and body. And then our last one is gonna be tools and rigs. Okay, so one by one, we're going to go and delete the unnecessary objects. So in character and clothing, we don't need body frame, don't need axis, do need that. Don't need characteristics frame, clothing frame, need that, more frame, nope, nope, nope. 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 And I'm guessing our arrow. Yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, it's because these other ones are still visible. Okay, so now if I get rid of that, yep, okay. Okay, so we're gonna put that back where it belongs. Oops. So I need to keep notes here of what I've worked on. So added splits character menu into 3 tabs. I did something else before this, but I can't remember what it was. Alright, so next we're going to go with morphs. Vault says you can still go prone and crouch in customization. Huh, okay. Alright, I'll take a look at that. Remind me if I forget. Whoa. Hello. Hey. Who are you? Alright. Bye-bye. Got some little dudes. Some little dudes running around this neighborhood. Okay, so what I'm going to need to do is, so I got to move these down to their proper position. So character info, gone. Clothing, gone. So now anything that's at position negative point, less than -1 or more than -1, I need to move. So, okay. Edit access, that can go bye-bye. Here's another one. So there's that one. More frame. Yeah, that one needs to come down as well. Ooh, that was too far. 6? How big is this thing? I guess that works. Need to get rid of these arrows though, since those are no longer going to be doing anything. Okay, and then everything else is just rig system stuff. So there's that. Good to go on that one. Pretty happy with this so far. And last but not least, the tools and rigs. So body frame goes bye-bye. Info. Clothing. Morph. Characteristics. And then I think everything else just comes down. So okay. Rig edit frame. Rig frame. Ooh, that needs to go maybe down to 1. Nope, that's too far. 25. That's not far enough. I guess that's okay, but I need to get rid of that arrow because that, again, is getting yeeted. So here's a sneak peek. One of the things I've been working on, I was trying to get kits functional. So you can take a look here. This is a kit template. And the way kits work is they're actually just sort of assemblies of rigs all together. So for the marketplace update, if you want to put a bunch of rigs together, say like your torso and your shoulders and some, kind of helmet, you just put it all into one kit and then you can save that as one thing all together. But that has been disabled because there's more pressing things to deal with at the moment. Tools does not go there, it goes there. Tool edit frame. Yep, that goes there. This is the mysterious tool edit frame that nobody has seen yet. So yeah, you'll be able to move tools around on your body a little bit. Not too much, but you'll have some freedom. So the way it's going to work is there's currently, for example, you can only equip the handgun on your right hip, but soon you're going to be able to put it maybe on your left hip if you want. And so what's going to happen, I think, is we're going to have, rather than this selection of points here, we're going to have a list of points that you can choose from. So right hip, left hip, and then what'll happen is if you choose left hip, whenever you equip it, it'll go for the left hip instead, or maybe your thigh, or your boot, whatever you want. But that's not quite functional yet. Okay, so there's all of that. So now we're just gonna move this -1.3. Okay. So now I got a bit of a mess to clean up in the code here because this was not made to work in the way it currently does. So character is no longer a frame. We got 117 references to custom frame character. Ooh. All right, guess we're gonna start. I gotta go through each of these and figure out which one which ones go where. So we got character clothing. And then morphs body. And then tools and rigs. Hello, Merc. Merc says, have you considered moving the tool equip UI to the tool bench? A lot of the new players seem to get confused. Yeah, I've noticed that's a theme. So I might try to make a duplicate of the toolbox that you see in the rig menu. I think what I'm doing now to split these menus up into 3 separate menus may actually help this issue that we're talking about right now. But if people are still getting lost and not knowing how to equip tools and getting confused with the tool bench, I think I'll go ahead and make another toolbox that goes in the tool bench, so you can just directly equip things there. So yeah, no longer are we gonna have the arrows, because I feel like that's just needlessly confusing. In the previous system, I added those arrows because it was actually just like unplanned stuff that was being added. So I was like, oh crap, I don't have enough room on the screen. So I just kind of like, let's just add an arrow here and then the whole thing goes down. Have a new screen space to work with, but obviously that's kind of a bad solution. All right, so I got to go through every single one of these. Character clothing. Gotta go through every single one of these and adjust it. So why don't we start at number 1 maybe? Character, nope, this would be tools and rigs. Next one, this would also be tools and rigs. Character frame. So this one here doesn't actually matter since that's not quite the same thing. So what is this? Rig frame. So this is tools and rigs. This one here, tools and rigs again. I think tools and rigs is going to be the biggest one. We're going to be typing in a bunch. So then in the actual character or customization frame, these functions are going to have to become different. Character clothing. Okay. Yeah, alright, so now gotta do that with the other ones. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna continue with what I'm doing at the moment. So what is this? Character clothing. the one that we're after. And this one would be Morph's body. Oh hey, Carl, thanks for the $5 donation. Carl asks, is the Rose Zapper supposed to fire 500,000 joules? Since he said it is 500 kilojoules, which is 500 times 1,000. I need to double check that one. I think I may have messed up. Yeah, so made an oopsie there. The Zapper Rose is 500 joules, not kilojoules. So 500 joules would be roughly around a 9mm shot, whereas 500,000 joules would, good lord, I don't even know, some colossal explosion. So yeah. Wait, now I'm curious. What exactly would 500,000 joules produce? So that's a mistake on my part. Does anyone know? Sorry, I'm getting caught down a rabbit hole right now. Because I'm wondering how much, what exactly would happen if you fired a 500,000 joule pistol. So looks like I have no clue, because there's really nothing, no information on the internet about what 500,000 joules actually looks like. But I don't know. I mean, imagine a 9mm bullet, but 1,000 of them coming at you, I guess. So that's inaccurate. Didn't mean to include that K there. Yeah, that's a mistake on my part. Imagine someone pulling out the zapper and then they aim it at you and you're like, oh, Jesus Christ. About to get shot with literally a grenade. Okay, so character, let's see here. Morph's body. Open morph parts. Wait a second. Body frame? Open morph parts. Wait, is that something that you press here? Body frame. Open morph parts. Yeah, okay. So in that case, we do need to modify this. Morphs. Okay. And next, open rig frame. I don't think that's actually something that exists anymore, so we can get rid of that. Next up, this one is the info frame. Open info frame. What is that part of? Oh. Okay, yeah, we can get rid of that one too. Only 107 references left to go. Set scale, so this would be morphs body, yes. $106 left to go. Someone says a grenade has 276,000 joules. Yeah, so the zapper is definitely not 500 kilojoules. It's 500 joules. So that's a mistake on my part. So tools, rig. What was that sound? Someone, Hunter's Lilac, donated $1 and said gaming. Sweet. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Alright, so delete rig. Obviously, this is going to be another tools and rigs. Reference here. We're under 100. Woo! Delete tool, this would be another tools and rigs. This one here. So this one, yeah, that's tools and rigs again. Edit translation, of course. Tool rotation, blah, blah, blah. Override rig slot, of course. Add saved rig, add tool. But I do need to be careful because if I put the wrong thing into any of these, the whole system might break. Override rig approve. Rig decline. Open saved rigs. Open tools. Open save tools. View hidden tools, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're burning through these. Let's keep going. Drag. Yep, that's another tools and rigs. That one frame has so much work put into it. Ooh, what the hell? Drag rig. Oh, yeah, because I was still working on this. Yep. So that's not functional yet. Yep, I was still testing that one. We're under 60. Let's keep going. Edit object. Yep, tools and rigs once more. Sparkling Pishy says, did you see now the DevX was down to 50k? Yes, and it's fantastic. Very happy about that. Because now, I guess it's a tough issue because there's a lot of developers getting into Roblox that they might make, I don't know, 30,000, and that's a good amount of money that they could cash out, but they just can't because DevX just doesn't go there. But if a developer was at 60,000, at least now they'd be able to cash it out, which 60,000 is $200 roughly, so it's a good amount of money for someone who's still in high school or college. And the thing that actually really made me happy about DevX was when they got rid of the tiers. So beforehand, maybe like a year or two ago, what they were doing was you would have tiers that you could cash out at. So you would have 100,000, that's $350. And then the next tier was 250,000, pretty sure. Yeah, I think. And then after that was 500,000, and then after that was 1 million. So what would end up happening is, let's say you had 900,000 Robux in your account, and you want to cash out, or you need to cash out because you got to pay bills or whatever. You could only cash out 500,000 because you don't yet have 1 million. So you would have for 4 to 6 weeks sitting in your account 400,000 Robux, which is $1,400 sitting in your account. Ready for a hacker to get in and just steal it all. And if you're out of courtesy restores from Roblox, then that's just it. You lost $1,400. So it was a needlessly damaging system. I'm glad they got rid of the tiers that they were using that caused so many tears. Get it? That's the best joke I got. Delete object. Rig translation. Thankfully, almost all of this is in the exact same frame. Oops, didn't mean to do that. For us developers, though, for every dollar that one of y'all spends in a game, the developer only gets around 18 cents on that dollar. So, if you spend 20 bucks on the super box on Christmas, for example, I think it's like, only around $3 to $4, maybe $5 is how much I end up receiving. Load character approve. Override tool. Okay, yeah, so this one's actually going to be character clothing. Alright, I already switched these ones, but this, what is this? Max rigs, saved on frame, yep. Okay. Tool bench. Tool rigs, okay, yeah. Alright, we're under 25, we're almost there. Object edit, tools and rigs, still more to go. But this one would be morphs and body. We're under 20. Set up pre-made kit. Yep, that would be rigs again. Pre-made rig, blah blah blah. Set up new rig. Set up new tool. Yeah, that would be tools and rigs. Set up new object. Player data update. Okay, so there's that one. Whew, okay, we're at 10. Let's go. Clothing menu, character clothing. Okay, alright, cool. I think we're done. So now we just gotta add the buttons to the customization frame itself. So this is gonna be a little difficult because I gotta rescale these. Character and clothing. You know what? I'm actually going to call this info and clothing because I think character is going to confuse some people. Play button, probably want to keep that the same size. You know what? Let's move that down for now. So we gotta duplicate these. Okay, so character clothing frame. We're gonna make this morphs and body. But this one needs to go down. So 1.7. Okay. Morphs and body. And let's go ahead and do the last one here. So this one's going to be tools and rigs. Tools and rigs. Okay. Now, so I added 0.17 to each of these. So what I'm gonna need to do now would be probably 0.245. 0.245. Oh, oops. Wrong object there. 245. Nope, that's not correct. Oh wait, I only added the wrong number. It would be 34? Well, that's correct. Wait, so I added 0.17. 305? Wait, what was the first one again? 0.05. Oh. No. Okay, wait. 0.175 minus 0.05. So that's... Okay, so I added 12. So it'd actually be 0.29. Okay, so then tool bench, that would be 0.29, 0.295 plus 0.12, 415, 415, and then data comes next. $535. And last but not least, we got our shop. $655. Whew, okay. I'm gonna take a seat here. El Argoniano is saying, what about common shapes like sphere, cube, pyramid? That's been in the plans for a hot minute. It's actually already mostly implemented. It's just I need to do some final testing to make sure those basic objects work as intended, because it's not as simple as just it's not as simple as just adding those to the system, because they work differently if you're bringing them in from storage versus bringing them in from the website, you know? Okay, so now we got all those fabulous buttons. And let's go ahead and sorry, I'm thinking about the color scheme here. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and add the button code that we needed here. So this would be character menu. Okay, yeah, I gotta modify all of this. Let's streamline the code here. So for whatever frame in pairs, customize frame, get children. So what we're gonna do is say instead of doing this each individually, we're just gonna check in a loop. So we're gonna say if frame state is displayed, then oh, okay, all right. Yep, okay, cool. This should work. Module GUI button activated, and then we're gonna string that together with the actual function. So frame get attribute function. And then we're just just gonna pass in the frame itself. Button shop. Okay, so then we're gonna get rid of all of this because we no longer need all of that. Okay, so now when we click on the data menu, everything should work there theoretically. So now what I gotta do is copy and paste this loop over to the others. Shop menu, data menu, toolbench menu. Whoa, wait a second, what? Tool display frame. Okay. And character clothing menu. Okay, so now I just gotta duplicate this for both of the new menus that we just created. So this would be morphs, body, actually, you know what? This may actually trigger the frame that we're trying to open, which is not what we wanted. If frame is not equal to the one that we're trying to open, that should solve that problem. Shop menu. Okay. So we're at morphs and body. Do 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 do. I'm not sure what character display frame is doing here. Antagonize is asking about lore button in the menu. Yeah, that's on the plans. It's just not at the top of the list at the moment. Okay, so we got morphs and body, and then character clothing. Oh no, that's the wrong frame. Morphs, body, okay. Now we can probably do our last one. So tools and rigs. Tools, rigs. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and save this because I just did a crap ton of work. If I lose this, I'm gonna be upset. Info and clothing, morphs and body, tools and rigs. Okay, looks like it all works. Whew, that took some work. Yay! Okay, so these are separate things now, so you can skip between frames without having to press the up and down button a bunch of times. So if you want to go from data straight to tools and rigs, there you go. Okay, so now the tool bench itself is what we got to address. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the old tool bench first. And then what I want to do is get rid of this as well. So the way it used to work here is, let's say I open up the Mendel. It shows in front of the screen here. Looks all well and good. And it's got the actual attach points displaying here. So you would have a list of attach points here. So let's say you want to attach something to the barrel. And you can look at this suppressor if you want. And you can put it on. And we got a bug, obviously, so it doesn't work perfectly, but that was just the testing suppressor. So what we're going to do instead is we're actually going to stop using this view frame, and then I'm going to put the tool actually in the 3D space here. And then instead of using these little user interface attach buttons here, I'm going to make them 3D buttons that float on top of the attach points. It's going to be buggy though. So first things first, let's go ahead and get rid of that tool bench. The physical one, I mean. All right, there's our customization room. Beautiful in its simplicity. But what I want to do is actually move the room. Oh, we don't need the tool bench camera anymore. I want to move the room itself over because it's kind of not centered here. Okay, so that's centered now, but now these things don't actually go out all the way. Okay. Looks good to me. Let's go ahead and move that back. Okay, so now add tool base. Add tool? So what happens is when you add a tool, it brings it into the view frame. But I think what I want to do first here, move this into place and make some adjustments. So the save button, we need that obviously. Attach prompt frame. Think about this. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of this entire frame. We don't need that anymore. But this one here, I think we do need. In which case, I'm going to size it up. Actually, I'm just going to move it down. Okay, so that's ready to go. Now what I need to do is actually address that the view frame itself. So tool display frame. Tool display frame is the one I gotta address. Tool display frame. Start new tool base. Yeah. Tool display frame. Okay, so let's get rid of that one. Don't need that frame. So what we're gonna do is not do anything with this. We're just gonna comment that out for now. And the tool base parent is gonna become probably the customization menu or room. Module that customize room, that's what I'm after. Tool display frame. Okay, so that's what it's gonna become parented to. Camera, we don't need that anymore. Don't need that, don't need that. Tool assembly frame, is that still a thing? Or is that the one I deleted? No, that definitely is still there. Okay, so Hunter said donating extra $1 because of the cool guns shown. Okay, thank you so much, Hunter. I really appreciate that. Thanks for the $1. Alright, so blah blah blah, tool base. So the C-frame is the thing I gotta worry about here. So C-frame, we're gonna want to set this to be module.customize room dot. What is the actual name of the object that the character stands on is my question. This is nothing. Okay, so let's call this the podium. I guess pedestal would be a better name for that. Wait, root position part? Oh, well that's what I need. Oops, I shouldn't have deleted that. Root position part. So I already had something there. Alright. So the C frame needs to be customization room dot root position part dot C frame. Okay. And the only other issue here is when you actually open the tool bench, what I want to do is take the character and move them under this whole thing. Or maybe we should move them over. Okay, so there's so much going on in this system that I have to keep track of that it's sort of overwhelming sometimes. Tool bench. Open tool bench. Tool bench menu. Okay, so when we open the tool bench menu, what's going to happen is the character is going to be moved. So module.character set primary part C-frame module.customize room dot root position part dot C-frame plus vector 30.new. Let's move them up 15 studs maybe. And then once you exit the tool bench menu, so, okay, so this is the entrance. So for the exit, we're just gonna set it back to that. All right, so let's see what happens when we do that. Okay, so theoretically when I click on tool bench, my character should disappear. Ooh, they did, but there was an issue. Tool display frame is not a valid member of... okay. Tool display frame. So I gotta get rid of all references to that. Yep. So if module dot customize room you know what, let's actually do this for whatever tool in pairs collection service get tagged tool. Do if tool dot parent equals module dot customize room, then tool destroy, and then we're gonna break it. But actually, you know what? That's a terrible idea because we got to do some other stuff later. So I'm just not gonna do that for now. Add a pre-made kit. What? Okay. Bizarre. Add pre-made rig. Why is this here? Tool display frame? What? Was I using the tool display frame to show off rigs? No, that doesn't make sense. Why is that here? View frame is what I was using. I don't... Whatever. I enjoy getting upset with myself. Or rather my past self. Trying to figure out what the heck I was thinking when I did something. Alright, so, okay, cool. So our character's gone, character's back, character's gone, character's back. Check it out. Woo! Alright, so, oops. You can see the character standing up here. Okay, I gotta fix that. That's character needs to go a little higher up, I guess. Okay, so what happens if I add these zapper rows? Nothing, because it's broken. Module is not a valid member. What? Okay, so let's send our character up a little higher than that, maybe 25. Okay, so our bug is on 3712. Module.customize room. Oh no, what the heck happened here? Workspace.testpistol2? What the hell is this? I don't know what that's doing there. Or this, actually. I feel like I can delete this. So tool bench, that's looking good. Now let's try adding the blackjack. Okay, so it did actually add, but it was unanchored. And I'm wondering if it has something to do with this bug. 3716. Doesn't say anything about being anchored here. For blah 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 object so I need to anchor it because otherwise it's gonna fall through the ground like it just did. Okay. Alright, that's good. And now 3716. What is that? That's tool attach prompt frame. Let's see, tool attach prompt frame is not a valid member. Did I delete that? Right. I did that because this whole thing here needs to be redone. This whole chunk of code. So why don't we comment this out. And let's see what happens when I do this. Alright, so let's add the zapper rows. Okay, cool. There it is. It's floating in 3D space. So now you can modify this gun. Looks pretty good to me. It's got the attach points floating there, so Now, that code, that little bit of code I was talking about, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna make some plus buttons sort of float on top of these attach points. Okay, so let's try to make this happen. So what I need to do here is find one of those plus buttons. Here we go. Okay, so now let's experiment with this. I'm gonna add a billboard, or is it? Yeah, it's billboard. Forgive me for being sleepy. Why is this not showing up? Oh, okay, there we go. So we're gonna make this be 1-to-1 size here. But then the problem seems to be that the... Oh, because this is just studs. Oh, okay, so maybe let's go for 0.2 then. 0.2, maybe 0.1 perhaps. Our frame is supposed to be bigger than this. Why is this not visible anymore? Oh, it's because it's being overwritten. Oh. Okay, so in that case, I'm gonna make this be larger. And then I'm gonna make the button smaller so it doesn't get overwritten by the edges. Yep, there we go. And then I'm gonna make this -8 in scale. Okay, perfect. Check that out. We got our button. So usually you're going to be looking at the button from maybe around this distance. So that's probably about perfect. So, attach point display, add. Okay, I want to make this button actually orange because the color scheme that I'm trying to use for tools versus character stuff is orange and yellow, and then blue for data stuff. Have y'all noticed the color scheming, or have I not done a good enough job? So for anyone who's just tuning in, what's going on is we are working on these little floating buttons here is what is going to be the tool bench prompts. So you're going to be looking at your tool, and then as you rotate it around, these little floating buttons are going to move with the tool, and they're always going to be facing you. So if you want to add an attachment to, let's say, the barrel, a suppressor, the button will be floating on the end of the barrel no matter where you move it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this into our user interface. As you can see, we have some of our guns over here. I'm not going to look too closely at those for now, but some of those may be going into the medium and large and super boxes. Glitch says, please don't give the lasers suppressors. That wouldn't work. Trust me, I know how lasers work. Okay, so that whole chunk of text there. So let me think here. So what I can do is whenever an attach point pops up, using collection service, I'll add the button. But in terms of the attachments that come with the tool, I think I'm gonna have to keep some bit of this code. Tool attach point scroll frame. So so what's going on here is the default iron sight that's on a gun, you're going to be able to remove it, but that needs to be displayed first for you to remove it. Attach point. But the problem seems to be tool assembly frame. Where is that tool assembly frame? So obviously we're deleting everything here. So that's good. We want to keep that. Oh, thanks for the donation, Nane. $10. Much appreciated. Really appreciate that. Looks like there's no message there, but I appreciate the donation nonetheless, so thanks again. Jesus Christ, I don't even know what I'm doing with this part. Tool bench tool is the new tool base, but why am I adding a tool? Why do I need to add functionality to this? Is it for data? For data purposes? Tool bench tool. How many times is that referenced? Looks like a good amount, actually. So I'm gonna leave that for now because it looks like I'm using it for data purposes. Okay, so in that case, attach point prompt. So tool assembly frame parent equals tool attach point tool attach prompt frame. That doesn't exist anymore. Well, okay, so I guess I can just get rid of all this code here, because I'm not entirely sure what I need this for when I'm getting rid of this frame. I'm kind of confusing myself though. Okay, onward we go. So if we're adding attach point, so that's not something that's been added yet. So what we're gonna do is say when we're adding an attach point or removing an attach point, okay, so we got our code for an attachment, but not an attach point. And also there's no removal tag for it, so I'm a little confused on what's going on there. I should definitely have a removal tag for that. Okay, so attach point, if item is descendant of module.customize room, then we're gonna add it. So let's see, how do I want to index these buttons is my question. Maybe I can put them into character display frame. Yeah, maybe I could do that. Local attach point button equals module dot user interface dot attach point display add clone. So I'm adding that button right now that you're going to click on to add attachments. Attach point button dot parent is going to be character camera frame. I guess we can do that. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, and then what do we need to do after that? Customize tool bench frame. Add attachment. Okay, so our button, the adornee is what we need here. So let's go ahead and set that to be enabled equals true. Adornee equals equals item dot parent, perhaps? No. No. It's just the item itself. Okay, let's see if this works on the first try. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh my god, it worked. We got our buttons. That's incredible. Now you'll be able to, or well, not now, but soon you'll be able to just like click on the spot that you want to add the attachment. And so I'm also gonna turn on the option for you to make these invisible so you can see your gun better. So cool. Our buttons are here. The Mendel has quite a few attach points. Okay, so let's go ahead and add that thing that will make these invisible. Tool to saved item frame. View hidden tools. That's what I want. User interface aspect ratio. Okay. All right, so I want this to be negative 0.1 maybe. Negative 0.125. View toggle attach points. Okay, so customize, wait, customize tool bench frame. Okay, so where should we put this button is my question. You know what, let's put it just kind of like up here a little bit, and don't need that. Let's make it actually, you know what? It's not too bad. Okay, so there's our button. I think that's a little small in my opinion. So I'm gonna make it a little larger. It might be a little too large actually. Okay, so now the icon that will actually show whether or not these are displaying, I'm not sure if a lock is the best idea. So what should we do? Maybe we could do let's do an eyeball, and then let's do an eyeball with a cross in front of it, like the red circle with a cross. Let's do that. So I think using emojis for getting messages across in the user interface for this game has actually helped quite a bit. Okay, so we got our eyeball. Now let's do red cross emoji. No entry. Okay. So I want the z-index of this to be 2. And now let's change the actual thing. Yes, okay, that's perfect. Check that out. So we got the eyeball with a cross in front of it, and now what's going to happen when you are viewing the attach points, you just, it looks like that. It's just an eyeball. And you can turn it on and off like that. So by default, it's going to be on. It's going to be staring into your soul. And now all I need to do is add something that turns those on and off. Glitch, I was gonna do the plus sign and I was thinking about it, but I was thinking people might get confused because normally the plus sign in the menu currently means to duplicate or to add something. So if they click it and then it just X's out like that, that's gonna be a little weird, in my opinion. View hidden tools? Toggle attach points. If item get attribute toggled on, then do one thing else, do something else. Okay, so sorry, my throat's a little dry right now. All right, we're gonna set that to be false and then true for whatever object in pairs. We're gonna go through the the character camera frame. If object is a no, if object.name is attach point display add, then we're gonna say object.enabled equals true. Otherwise, we're gonna say false. All right. So this is a quick little system. Let's see if this works as intended. Alright, so we're adding our zapper rows, and there's our buttons. Only 2 attach points on this one. So, alright, there we go. Although it didn't change the text on the button. I need to do that, but do y'all think I should make the red cubes go invisible as well? Because those are the actual attach points in 3D space. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make those invisible. And I need to make the that one button. Okay, so item dot button dot displaying label dot visible equals true. All right, I'm gonna take a quick lunch break here, so I'll be back in maybe 15 minutes to half an hour. I hope y'all have enjoyed the stream so far. I'm probably gonna stream a little bit after I get back as well. If you can't be here when I get back, that's fine. I appreciate that you came here to begin with, and I hope you have enjoyed seeing some of the process behind the scenes so far. Still got more to do again, but I'll show some of that when I return.
fart on my roommate's door. Ha.
Did you see it? On the left side of the door frame, barely visible on camera, a white translucent mist-like shape slowly creeps into frame. As it appeared.
Damn.
So, what do you think?
Hello everyone. Welcome back to the stream. I have lunch. So now, what I'd like to do, let's go ahead and jump back into doing some of this work here. Hello everyone. Is Big Bad Bradley? Alright, so we're gonna try to get these buttons actually clickable. So, how we would do that? Let's see here. The function for this is add attachment. Okay, so what we were doing last time was actually, wait, how do we want to do this? So you click on it and then it says, the available attachments you have for this spot might be, you know, whatever's available. So tools, items, attachment. Okay, here we go. Prompt tool part addition. Okay, why don't we try that? Customize tool bench frame. Alright, let's see what happens when we click on that now. Boo 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 doo doo doo. Doo doo wap wap wap. Doo 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 boo boo. Doo doo boo 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 doo boo. Boo doo boo. Da 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 da. Doo doo boo. Whoop woo doo doo. Okay, so I can't actually click on these. And that's a problem. So, GUI button should actually be working. If not, I'm not visible. And not blah blah blah. So, okay. You know, the lot next over to us has a bunch of dudes cutting down trees with chainsaws. Yesterday, one of those trees landed on the fence in our backyard and almost made it fall over completely. So I'm worried with how these guys have been showing their skill. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Did y'all hear that? Every few minutes, because they're cutting down trees, there's like a house shaking rumble, and then a thud. Like the whole house shakes, like the ground under me shakes, because these trees are falling down so close to my house. And they're huge trees. I'm worried one of these trees is going to fall on the roof, or it's going to fall on the power lines right in front of me, and well, the only thing y'all will see is this stream end all of a sudden. Okay, so we got our... Oh, okay, so we got some attachments here popping up. That's fantastic. But what else do we have here? These buttons never popped up. So I can't click on those, and they're not popping up. To be made functional. So then what the heck is going on here? Is this anyone's favorite song in Minecraft? Alright, so let's do a print here. Print the number 3, and then let's add our blackjack. Attach point. Ooh, we added a bunch of stuff. Okay, what did we add? We added attach point display. Add, okay. So this has 4 attach points on it. And it looks like we're adding 4 of these. But they're not clickable, is the weirdest thing. Let's see. Active, do I need to make it active? No. Selectable? No. What do I need to do here? Boo-doo. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. mean, they're definitely being added, but why are they not? Why are they not clickable? I'm actually gonna go check on our backyard real quick, because that tree that just fell sounded pretty close. Hello, everyone. So, we got trees falling in the next yard over. And every time one of those trees falls down, it falls onto the tree that fell onto our fence. So the fence keeps going like, so it's like this because of that one tree fell on it, and every time a tree falls down on top of that tree, or over here rather, it goes like further and further. So we got a whole wooden fence that might be falling over. If a tree falls on top of this house, I'm gonna be upset. Boo boo boo. Boo boo boo. Boo boo. Okay, so these are not clickable, and I have no clue why. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so it's definitely adding them. But you know what? Let me just double check this. Okay, tool bench. Okay. What? Are you kidding me? Insane. I'm gonna go insane. guess we're shutting down everything on Roblox. I just realized that the whole time we've been here, we had this note displaying just dumb, after the Flash 8 development notes. Alright, Roblox, what have you updated? Someone said you should share some secrets. What secrets do you want to know? Alright, let's try testing this again and see if Roblox wants to die on me again. So we have added our pistol. And did we get our buttons? Yes, we did. So the buttons are functional, but they're not clickable. You know what? I'm gonna try something. Let's say, every time you click something, I'm gonna print, and let's see what happens. What is this? Huh? Roblox. Oh no, this big frame that Roblox just added is kind of getting in the way of things. Jesus Christ. What? I don't want this. How do I turn this off? There's got to be a way to turn this off. Jesus. I mean, I can see how it's useful. I already know all these things. I don't need this. So what are we gonna print? Gonna print. Do we have a way to figure out what exactly you clicked on? So I doubt that the issue is that the buttons are actually being overlapped by this frame here. Why can't I click these objects? Well, if I add them to this button, or this thing here, can I click them then? I'm gonna walk over and see. So I cannot click this. But I'm not quite sure if that's because it's not programmed yet. Active. Why can I not click this? Let me see if the developer forum has anything to offer on this. Okay, so let's put this inside of our user interface. Okay, and the Adorni is that thing. Can I? Oh, I can click it. Cool. So why can't I click the other one? Well, let's see. If I drag it into the character camera frame, can I click it then? I can still click it. What? Huh? So I can click that object. Hold on, I'll be right back. If I can just get these buttons to be clickable, I think we can call that a good stopping point for today. But I don't know why they're not working. Do 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 do. Is it just not going far enough, perhaps? Set up GUI button. Input began. Do 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 do. Okay, so we're gonna test this. Let's see, do we get any? Okay, so we get some input. Input. And something happens when you click it too. But no animation happens, oddly enough. So what is going on then? button down. We're just gonna throw a bunch of print statements in here and see. Okay, so let's see what happens when we click one of these buttons now. I'm gonna print the capital letter B as a marker, and then let's see. Okay, so click, 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 click. Okay, so it gets stuck at the number 1. Never passes that. So why does it do that? I'm guessing it gets stuck because of the debounce. Mendel 32. So it looks like with these we get false and then true. Which doesn't make sense to me. So if you're holding something, then oh, you know what? I'm wondering, so maybe if I make the Z index of these things a little higher, but the actual character camera frame is at 0. So I don't understand what's going on there. Okay, so when you click on a viewport frame, you know what, let's just put a print at all of these. And then see if we can get any good feedback. Oh, hey, Rogue Tick, the Crayon Priest, has donated 30. Sweet, thank you so much, Rogue Priest. Really appreciate that. Yo, what's up? Good to see you streaming again. Hope you's doing good. I am doing good. Much appreciated. Thank you for the donation once again. Really appreciate it. I hope y'all are enjoying the new radio host in 8. Alright, so what happens when we click? So let's do a click. Prints the number 2. So that means it's not this one. And it's not this one. So it's gotta be this one. So what's going on here? Character camera frame. Oh, okay. See, the weird thing to me is that this should be on top, is the thing. But it's not, and I'm guessing it has... I'm not entirely sure what it has to do. Maybe I'll try just moving these... layout order? Let's try changing that. How about that? Layout order. Yeah, let's make the layout order of all this stuff one higher than the frame, and let's see what happens. Dusty Bunny says, did you voice the radio host or someone else? It's always me. Radio host is always me. So the radio host for the Bardstown radio is supposed to have a sort of mixed accent. So sort of just generally northeast, but there's flavors of Chicago and flavors of thought I heard something. There's flavors of Chicago and there's flavors of New York. In those accents, or in the accent for the radio. Dang it. So yeah, it thinks I'm trying to drag when I'm not. So how do I make these buttons supersede the dragger? So let's try to focus on maybe this one here. How do I make this all supersede the dragger frame? No, the idea with the radio host for 8 is that when populations are secluded, they tend to develop their own accents, and over a longer span of time, even their own languages. So at one point, the English language wasn't a distinct language all on its own. It was rather a really weird accent of German. Or Proto-German, whatever you want to call it. So, for example, some people in rural parts of the Deep South or Scotland or Ireland, they've been secluded for so long that their accents are so thick that it almost sounds like they're speaking a different language. So, the idea with the radio host for 8 is that after the flash, so first of all, let me preface this with saying, like, accents as a whole across the world, or across the US actually, are sort of fading away because things like YouTube, people are not only exposed to their families and their own accents, but also the general American accent. So the idea with the northern accent that the Bardstown host has is that it's a sort of... before the war, the accents of the north were sort of conglomerating into one. And after, you have the radio host with an accent that is made up of parts of multiple accents. So you got Chicago, you got a little bit of New Jersey in there, a little bit of New York, a little bit of Detroit, There's a little bit of everything in there. And the accent has gotten thicker after the flash because, again, since there's no internet after the flash, there's more seclusion. Rural and secluded communities tend to develop their own accents thicker than they would be if they were more connected. Finlay says, will we be able to make custom weapons in 8? Maybe in the future. For now, I'm just trying to get these buttons working, amigo. Why the heck is the layout? Maybe if I put them outside of the frame. No, that didn't do anything. So if I make this invisible... Yeah, okay, I can click it now. But this frame... Why is it blocking things when the Z index is 0 and the layout order is also 0? Do, 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 do. I don't know, maybe if I make the layout order 10 or something? No, that didn't do anything. Z index 10? Nope. What in the world? So the interesting thing seems to be that when I make that frame invisible, the things inside of it don't go invisible. Because they're billboards, I guess. Ooh, okay, so how do I make this work? So the problem right now that I'm trying to fix for anyone who's tuning in is there's an invisible frame covering the entire screen here, and that frame is how you actually drag around the camera. When you click and drag on that frame, the camera moves around with it, depending on your direction. So because that frame covers up the entire screen, clicking on these user interface buttons doesn't work. But these ones do, which confuses me. And I'm guessing it's because they're billboards, and that's it. And they're technically behind the frame no matter what. And I still want you to be able to move the camera around. Creating my own custom billboard would be a nightmare, I think. I could create my own custom billboard. I guess the way that would work is, depending on the distance, the buttons try to maintain their position. But then I would have this issue where, with the billboards it's nice because you can do this thing where the buttons overlap each other, so you can tell which one's closer and which one's further. But I would have to code it so on the fly it actually adjusts the layout order, I guess. You know what? I'm gonna ask one of my coding friends to see if he has any feedback on this. Someone said, Volge said, can't you make a part that's hovering near the button clickable? No. Because the frame, as I said, covers the entire screen and it's in front of everything. So even though the button, you can see the button, the frame is actually like covering the entire screen. So if you click on that part, nothing will happen. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Let's go ahead and take a seat. So I'm currently talking to a friend who's better at coding than myself, and we'll see if he can offer me any information on what to do in this situation. Just give me one moment. Just talking to a coder here. So, looks like we may have a solution, but it's a bit of work. Character display frame. What are we doing with character display frame? The thing I'm unsure about is why this is a thing. I'm guessing this is what I was using for character dragging, but now I'm not. Because the only thing that's happening with this is it's just being made invisible and visible again. So, whatever. So what they're suggesting I do is actually get rid of this thing entirely, character camera frame. Ooh, there's so many things referencing character camera frame. Jesus Christ. Woo! So, I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna wrap up the stream. What I need to do at this point in terms of development is actually that frame that I was talking about. I need to take that frame and delete it and replace it with simply just like trying to guess what you're doing with your mouse at the moment and moving your camera in customization based on that. That's going to take a few minutes to maybe even a few hours, so I'm going to try to do that. And then I guess one of the good things that will come out of that theoretically is that sorry, there's a deer running up the hill over there. It's a bunch of deer. So one of the good things that will come out of this work that I'm trying to do is that you'll be able to, instead of having to click on one of the objects in the rig system that you're trying to edit in the user interface, what you could do is just click on the object on your character and it'll bring up the edit frame just by clicking on the object exactly. One worry I have is that mesh hitboxes on Roblox tend to be kind of crap. So if you have one hat that is a toboggan and then some goggles, the toboggan hat might actually have a hitbox that's way bigger than it looks. So every time you try to click on the glasses, it just selects the toboggan. And I'm not sure what to do about that, because I feel like if I were to implement that system where you could click on an object specifically to bring it into edit, players might think it's like a failing of the game or my fault that when you click an object, it brings up the wrong one. So I'll have to think that one over. But anyway, in the meantime, I'm gonna try to get this character camera frame shifted over to the new mode that I'm using. So I've got 98 entries to modify. Volt says, can't you make it an optional system? I could, but there's not really much of a point to that, doing all that work for a player to, you know, not even use the clicking on the objects or just turning it off. Yeah, I'm not sure. Alright, well, I'm gonna get to work on this, shifting all this stuff out. So, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream here. Alright. So this was DevStream 20. To everyone who logged on to watch and get an inside view and what goes on behind the scenes. I hope it didn't bore you too much. I hope you were entertained at least while you played Minecraft or whatever you were doing. Special thanks to Rogue Tick and Nain for their high donations. Much appreciated. Sometime this year, I'm gonna try to get, or early this year preferably, I'm gonna try to get the stream donor items back up for 8. So, not sure what the price point for those is gonna be at the moment. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.